Hey everybody, I'm Nick, and welcome. So, today I've got quite a few pops to go over. It's the Mandalorian lineup. Not 100% complete. I'm still missing the Death Watch, any of the stripes, and I think he's Tandorian Thug. And I'm pretty sure those are the only ones, except for like the New York City Comic-Con where Mandalorian's holding the pistol. I don't have that one because it's bloody expensive. So I'll go over all the rest of them, and I'll be giving you a 360 view to this side on these videos, because if I go over all the pops and then go over all the 360 views after, this video is going to take forever. So I'm going to start out with the childs, move to the Mandalorians, then to the incinerator trooper, the droids, the aliens, and then the humans. So starting out with the 10-inch child, which is gigantic. He's a lot bigger than my other two 10-inch pops I got, which is the Deadpool holding two swords and Venomized Groot. He's like generally a bigger size, and his ears stick out. I think it's 15 or 16 inches, so takes up quite a bit of space, but he deserves it. And up next is the regular sized child, which I will give you a 360 view of. And yeah, he's the exact replica of the 10-inch, which is really good pop. I love this guy in the show. I hope they get him using the Force more often in the TV show, like when he lifted up the mud rhino. That was cool. And then we'll move on to my Mandalorian pops here. So first one I got here is Movie Rides, which is Mandalorian on the Blurg. This is the episode where the Mandalorian and Quill ride across the rock plains on the Blurg after he has to learn to ride it and tame it. Really like this pop. Did great detail on these Star Wars ride pops, like the Luke Skywalker riding the Tauntaun. That one's an awesome pop too. And then next one after that, we'll do the Mandalorian with the flame throwing, which is the Mandalorian shooting out flames out of his gauntlet. Already done a review on this one earlier, but I figured he's in the lineup, so we'll toss him in here again if you haven't seen the other video. And yeah, he's a really cool pop. He's one of my favorite ones of the Mandalorian. This one and new armor. And the two pops of the Mandalorian that I haven't gotten yet are the chrome armored Mandalorian and the super expensive New York City Comic-Con where he's holding the pistols. So we'll go on to the next one where he's still in his old armor holding the amber rifle. And I like that they put him in a different pose than the one in his new armor, where he's actually holding the rifle across himself on this one. And yeah, another really good pop. It's one of the commons. And the one after that is the Mandalorian in his new armor, which is made out of the Beskar that he gets from retrieving the child from those I guess mercenaries in the desert, and gets it forged up by the armorer to his crazy new armor that's insane. And in this pose he's got his amber rifle beside him, propped up on the buttstock. And then after that we've got the Mandalorian with the armorer. She's got her armoring hammer in hand, and I love the helmet that she wears with the metal spikes coming out of the top, and the part in the movie where she beats the hell out of the stormtroopers with the hammer when she's down in her forging area was an awesome fight scene. I love that part in the show. Okay, up next we'll do the heavy infantry Mandalorian, holding the giant Gatling laser gun. This guy's super cool. I love how his Mandalorian suit's so beefy, and got the old laser pack on the back for powering the laser gun. Just a really cool pop, and I love the blue and yellow color scheme on this guy. It really makes him stick out. Awesome pop. And then after that, we've got the covert Mandalorian, holding a little tiny rifle in her arm. Definitely a cool pop too. I like how they got the green on her. And I'm assuming it's a woman, how she's much smaller than the Mandalorian and the heavy infantry Mandalorian. And after her, we've got the incinerator trooper, or the flame trooper. This guy is one of my favorites out of the lineup. I love his stance with the flames shooting out and then it's kind of like blowing back towards him, and the whole red and white color scheme on his armor is just wicked looking. They even got his flame backpack back here. Just really well done pop. Great detail on him. And like I always say, anything with a flame job on it looks great. And then up after that, we're doing the two droids, which is IQ-11, where he's a mercenary droid, and then later on in the show he becomes a nanny droid, which is hilarious. And yeah, the Mandalorian does not trust droids. There's something in his past that makes him hate him, but he ends up liking IQ-11 because he ends up sacrificing himself for the child. And then after IQ-11 we have what's his name, Q90. He's from the episode where they go out to save one of Mandalorian's old I guess partners that he used to do contracts with, and it was a pretty good episode. He ends up freeing the prisoner that they went to the prisoner ship to collect, but ends up leaving all the rest of the guys that were with him in a cell, which is hilarious. Still gets his bounty, which was great. And yeah, that's Q9, whatever his name is. He wasn't a very good character, I don't think. And then the offworld Jawa. This guy's really cool. I always like the Jawas, the little thieves. Come across anything and they'll steal it. And a really cool thing about this guy, he's holding a little kukri knife in his hand, which is pretty sweet. And I love how they did the detail on his kind of clothing, how it's got a texture to it, like it's all woven together, almost like a burlap sack material, which is pretty sweet. I really like this guy too. He's one of my favorites. And then after him is my buddy Riley's favorite character, Quill. He's a alien that he comes across when he first goes down to find the child, because he wants all the mercenaries off his planet because they're just causing problems. So he helps the Mandalorian and ends up helping him later on in the show, and spoiler alert, he ends up getting killed in one of the, I think it's the second to last episode of the first season, which my buddy Riley was pretty upset about. And yes, I have spoken. And then after Quill, we've got the client, one of my least favorite ones out of the lineup. It's just the client holding his tracking fob in his hand that he gives to the Mandalorian so he can find the child. And yeah, I'm not a big fan of this guy. He's a super plain, not too much going on pop. And second to last here, we've got Cara Dune, the Rebel drop trooper. Or shock trooper? Drop trooper? Drop trooper. And I like how she's got the Rebel Alliance little tattoo below her eye there, holding a pistol, a dagger, and then she's got this big old rifle on her back strapped to her. And they even did a little bit of details of her hair all tied up in the back of her head. And I actually really like this pop. Turned out really good. And the thing I like about Star Wars pops too is that they got the bases to them, so you never have to worry about them getting tipsy and falling over like some of the Marvel ones I have, because I like to display my pops out of box. And then the final pop I got here is Grief Karga, I guess the bounty, I don't really know what you'd call him, the guy that hands out the bounties. But yeah, he's a pretty cool pop. I like him. He's got the two pistols up, cowboy style. And I like the, I guess it would be kind of almost like a cape that he wears. It kind of only drapes over one shoulder and then kind of drapes across his back. He's an alright pop. He's not my favorite, but he's not the worst. I'd put him down in like the bottom 4. And yeah, those are all the Mandalorian pops I've gotten so far. Hopefully I can get the Death Watch troop or Mandalorian, the Chrome Armor Mandalorian, and the New York City Comic-Con. But I'm not really expecting to get the New York City Comic-Con, but I would like to get the Chrome Armor one and the 10-inch chromed Mandalorian holding the child. That one looks pretty cool. And of course, the child with the frog in his mouth. Don't want to get the one with him holding the cup. I think that's a stupid pop. They should have done him holding that little metal ball from the lever in the Mandalorian ship. I think that would have been a better pop. And the movie or the TV scene pop where it's the Mandalorian walking with the child in his little floating basket. Those are the rest of the Mandalorian pops that I'm hoping to get. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. No 360 this time because you already had them. But hit that like and subscribe button if you're new to the channel. And yeah, we'll see you later.